Welcome back, everybody. We had a previous video discussing essential steps to duplex conversions, and we are back at the exact same property. Now that the permits have been issued, they are all closed out, inspections passed. This is now a legal duplex property, and we're going to touch on everything that we've done to the project, as well as a few key points that you guys should consider if you're looking at investing in duplex conversions, if you're looking at side split specific projects as well, or you want to understand how we're renovating these types of projects. So let's get into it. Investing in great locations, never going out of style. This property is in the Forest Hill neighborhood of Kitchener. Typically a little more expensive than what we like for some of our duplex conversion projects because it's a very desirable neighborhood for single family homes. The location's perfect because it's close to schools, all your amenities, close to major roadways and the highway to get anywhere in the region in less than 10 minutes, and direct access to the 401 off Highway 78. Perfect. Like I said, good locations, never go out of style. For this project, after we identified the location, and truthfully, we were already really looking in Forest Hill, it's just a matter of getting it at the right price. We looked at the exterior features, like your lot, where it's located in the neighborhood, frontage, depth, what type of structure is already on the property as well, in this case a side split. And we're gonna go over some specific things we're doing to side splits to convert them into legal duplexes, but all brick build, 2 exterior entrances, double wide, double deep parking, 2 garages. From the outside, it's looking like there's value to be had and opportunity for us to use features that are already here, which means it's going to cost us less to get more value out of this investment property. So a few specific things to side splits, specifically when you're converting them into duplexes from single family homes, are going to be our frontage first. One thing that side splits are awesome for is they typically have great frontage, which means it's very easy to have a double wide, double deep driveway. Also, fairly likely that that already exists. And on the topic of driveways and parking spaces, they typically have garages as well. And as our market grows and becomes more dense, garage space for parking and for storage is going to be at more of a premium. So if I can acquire it now, I'll take it. Also, side splits are really good for having separate entrances at the front and back or the front and side of the exterior of the property. If I don't have to put in a new exterior entrance, that's less spending that I have to spend on my renovation budget to convert it from a single family home into a legal duplex. So those are things I'm thinking about and noticing about side splits already to make sure that these are viable investments for duplex conversions in my market. As I mentioned with side splits, since they already have great exterior entrances, it helps us save on the cost, but it also helps determine the interior layouts that we're going to use. And we are already thinking about this when we're first going through the property. Now, for side splits specifically, the layouts are typically determined by the exterior entrances as well as where the staircases are. Very expensive and typically doesn't make sense to move staircases to get the layouts you need. But since the staircases are in the middle and since side splits aren't totally underground in the basement levels, you typically have great ceiling heights and very simple 1-bedroom layouts in the basement and great traditional 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom layouts in the upstairs. So we love those types of layouts in these styles of properties for duplex conversions. Myself and my partner Matt, we have done dozens of duplex conversions all over Waterloo Region, and we've helped clients do even more. One thing that we've really noticed is a lot of newer investors and newer clients are getting caught up on what the finished product is going to look like. The fancy after, where their tenants are going to be living in, how nice it is really important, yes, but understanding what your end goal is, as well as how to increase value within a set budget for any renovation project, especially duplex conversions, is very, very important. So we're going to go through some specific things we did with this project, not only to add value, but also to stick within our budget when completing the renovations. Double wide, double deep parking is one feature that we try to have in every single one of our duplex conversion projects. It is a highly desirable feature to attract quality tenants. Now, where possible, the interior entrances to each of the units in the new duplex conversion is also important, making sure that there's actually going to be storage space for simple things like your boots and your jackets. Last thing you want to do is walk into a tiny little hallway and then have to go right upstairs or right downstairs. I understand that this isn't always possible, but where we can, we will put an interior entrance for both units. The next feature that we put in every single one of our duplex conversion projects in-suite laundry. Listen, would you pay extra to have laundry readily available on your property? Yes, so do tenants. Tenants are willing to pay a little bit extra. They get value because they enjoy and use that feature, and our cash flow goes up every single month. Win-win. Another feature that tenants really enjoy and are happy to pay extra for, dishwasher. Guys, super cost effective and easy to install a dishwasher, especially if you're putting in brand new kitchens in both units. Highly recommend, and we put those in every single one of our duplex conversions. Now, separate hydrometers. Is it worth it to put them in your duplex? If you're converting a single family home into a legal duplex, it's worth it every single time. A slightly higher cost for your electrician to put in a separate panel and run new lines is going to be worth it, especially if you're holding it for the long run. That means tenants are in control of their own bill, which means they manage their own electricity the way that they want to. You don't have to chase them for payments either. Win-win. Lastly, 3 things that aren't essential to convert your property into a legal duplex, but are likely worth it depending on the type of property and your budget. Your open concept layouts, tenants love them, they'll pay extra, it'll look bigger and brighter, can be a great use of space. Windows, if you don't have to replace all your windows, it'll save your renovation budget dramatically. As long as you meet your egress and daylighting requirements, windows are going to be expensive. If you don't have to replace them, you're saving money. And lastly, storage space. Storage space is often overlooked by investors who are focusing on how many bedrooms they can fit into a property to increase their rents. But consider the storage space for your units. You want to make these desirable units with great living spaces that tenants are going to enjoy. They're happy to pay more rent, they'll take better care of the home, and your investment will likely succeed more. Now, we're going to go through some examples on what we did specifically with this project to get the most value out of our renovation budget and to make the end result a success. The very first thing that we can share, and you can focus on for your investment properties, are going to be using modern quality finishes, but making sure we're focusing on durable finishes. This is your flooring, your trim, your paint, your countertops, all that stuff that are going to be used a lot by the tenants. You want to focus on high quality, durable laminate or click vinyl product that is water resistant. This is what you want to put in your duplex conversion projects, guys. You don't need to focus on things like fancy, nice trim or really expensive custom lighting. That stuff does not matter to tenants nearly as much as all the other things we've already discussed. Focus on really simple, plain, modern colors that'll go with anything that they're going to bring into the property, and they're going to be really easy for you to update and repair throughout owning the home. A few other things that we did specific to this project to add value without breaking the bank, we're adding pendant lightings in our dining area as well as in our bathrooms. On the topic of bathrooms, putting in slightly nicer or bigger style vanities can be a great way to add value to the end product as well. Last thing you want is a really tiny, crowded bathroom with a little tiny vanity with no spot to put any of your stuff. It's really inconvenient, and honestly, I don't think you'd want that in your place either. Furthermore, we have backyard access. Having backyard access is a huge advantage of side splits because they typically have sliding doors off the main level into the backyard. So we kept the backyard access for the upstairs unit, and there's actually a nice big deck over there that we kept as well. Those are little features that came with the property and we decided to utilize and keep to make sure that this project turned out as best it could. Whether you're an experienced investor or maybe you're just figuring out how to get started, you want to make your next real estate investment here in Waterloo Region a success. The best way to do that is to get connected with me and my power team at Phipps.realestate.com so we can get in touch and figure out how we can help you make your next real estate investment a success. If you got some value out of this video, make sure you leave us a like and subscribe for more awesome real estate content from yours truly. If you guys want more information on things like duplex conversions, essential steps, how to create value in your next project, check out the latest video on our YouTube channel right now. And thanks so much for watching the video, guys. We'll see you next time.